Welcome to another coding problem breakdown. Today, we are tackling the Distinct Subsequences problem. This is a classic dynamic programming challenge that often appears in technical interviews. We will break it down step by step to understand how to count matching subsequences efficiently. First, let's clarify what a subsequence is. A subsequence is formed by deleting 0 or more characters from the original string while maintaining the relative order of the remaining characters. It is crucial to note that unlike a substring, a subsequence does not need to be contiguous. For example, in the word apple, PLE is a valid subsequence. Here is our goal. We are given two strings, s and t. We need to find the number of distinct subsequences of s that equal t in simpler terms. How many different ways can we form the target string t by choosing characters from the source string s? Let's look at an example where we want to make the word rabbit from the word rabbit with 3 b's. Let's visualize this. Our source string has 3 b's, but our target word rabbit only needs 2. This means we have choices. We can pick the first and second b, or the first and third b, or the second and third b. Each of these combinations, along with the other letters, forms a valid distinct subsequence. In this specific case, there are exactly 3 ways. To solve this, let's think recursively. We compare the characters from the end of both strings. If the characters match, we have 2 options. 1, we use this match and move on to the next characters in both strings. 2, we ignore this match in the source string and hope to find the same character later. If the characters do not match, we have no choice but to discard the character from the source string and keep looking. The recursive approach works, but it recalculates the same subproblems many times. We can optimize this using dynamic programming. We create a 2D grid where rows represent the target string and columns represent the source string. The value in each cell will store the number of ways to form the prefix of the target using the prefix of the source. The base case is important. An empty target string can be formed from any source string in exactly one way by choosing nothing. Here is the math behind filling our table. If the current characters match, the number of ways is the sum of 2 values. The value from the diagonal, representing using the character, and the value from the left, representing skipping the character. If they don't match, we simply carry over the value from the left, meaning we must skip the source character. Let's fill a small part of the table. Notice how the values accumulate. When we encounter a match, we add the value from the left cell and the diagonal cell. For instance, in the highlighted cell, we add 1 plus 3 to get 4. This builds up our solution incrementally until the bottom right cell gives us the final answer. Now let's look at the code implementation. We initialize a 2D array with dimensions plus 1 to handle the empty string base cases. We loop through the target and source strings. Inside the loops, we apply our logic. If characters match, we add the 2 possibilities. If not, we copy the previous value. Finally, we return the value in the bottom right corner. To wrap up, the time complexity of this solution is O of m times n, where m and n are the lengths of the 2 strings. The space complexity is also O of m times n for the table, though this can be optimized to O of n using a 1D array. Remember, the key is identifying that this is a counting problem with overlapping subproblems, making it a perfect candidate for dynamic programming.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.